Well, it's that time of year again.
The humble pickle.
It's time to make our wonderful dill pickles. And everyone who's ever had our pickles always asks us how we do it. So today we're going to do a little step-by-step tutorial. So it will demystify how hard it is to make pickles, because it really isn't hard at all.
But to start with, good, fresh, organic, small.
Small. Cucumbers, they're really important, because if they're too big, your pickles they won't be nice and crisp, and you won't get very many in a jar. So good quality, small, clean cucumbers. And this is pretty much the most tedious part about making them, is making sure they're really clean, because they tend to have dirt all over them because they grow on the ground. So step one, clean your pickling cucumbers. Clean your cucumber.
Clean your cukes.
So this is the only other part of this process that's a little labor intensive, and that is doing the garlic.
And this garlic is special garlic. If you listen closely. Panie mają paruski? None znają?
The Russian garlic, and it's really fresh. So it's not dried, and it's not really that hard to peel when it's fresh like this. You can get pre-peeled garlic, but it's from China, and honestly, this is way healthier.
It kind of changes weird color too, doesn't it? I
yeah,
noticed, like...
it can go bright green. So if you can get fresh garlic, definitely get fresh garlic, because it'll taste better. But
it smells so good.
Get what you can, and that's just the important part. You need about 3 bulbs per jar, so make sure you plan that in advance. So this is an important thing too, whenever you're doing any preserving, is you must have clean jars. We do ours in the dishwasher, so they're,
It's our own little autoclave.
If you don't have a dishwasher, you can hand wash them and sterilize them at 200 degrees in your oven, and then take them out and let them cool. But they really have to be super clean, because you don't want any bacteria growing in your delicious pickles and ruining them. So here we are. So the brine is really just half and half. Vinegar, pickling vinegar and water. Super simple. We're just going to fill this thing up and get it to boiling.
And then we pour that hot brine over top of the pickles. Yeah, we don't actually process our pickles, because they'll get
soft. We want crunchy.
Nobody likes a flabby pickle.
A flaccid pickle. No one likes a flaccid pickle.
So we're going to put this garlic and a couple of these ties in here, and some mustard seed, and some other sundries, and we'll be
fantastic. So we have our clean jars here. The first thing you put in is some mustard, salt, sugar, some Thai chilies if you like it spicy, and some garlic cloves. So make sure you've put all these into the bottom. And now this in my hand is alum, and you only need a little pinch, but you absolutely have to have it, or else your pickles won't be crispy. So just a little pinch in each jar. So here are some jars that are ready for the brine, and you put some dill in the bottom here over top of your spices, and put the cucumbers in not too tight and not above this line right here. So the good idea to do it, because they're all different sizes, is, if you look at Jim's wonderful technique here, start with the big ones.
It is Tetris with vegetables.
Exactly. So you start with the bigger ones, and then find the smaller ones to kind of fit in around there.
That one's too big.
And just be careful you don't press them in too hard, because the brine has to get around them and circulate, or they won't seal properly. Yeah, we'll wait and find a better one.
They should be like that. That's nicely filled.
Yeah, just not above that line. These guys are ready to be brined and lidded, and they're all full. We've cleaned the tops off with just a little vinegar on a paper towel. Super important to keep everything really clean. So these are new lids. I don't really ever reuse lids. I get new ones, and we boil them for 5 minutes so that they're absolutely clean. Yeah, and there's our brine, half water, half vinegar. It's nice and boiling hot and ready to go. Yeah. Okay, Jim is putting the lid on.
Kimberly is...
I've got the boiling brine here, and I'm just pouring some just up to the threaded ridge. You don't want to overfill it because those lids have to have room to sink down or else your jars won't seal.
See, it's bubbling? This is hot, hot, hot.
Oh, yes. And that little magnet thing that Jim was using for the lids is kind of an important little tool.
Dun, 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 dun.
You could do it without. You can do it just with a fork, but it does make your life a lot easier, and then you won't burn your fingers.
Yeah, you can just put them on.
We've been doing these a few years. We have a few tricks.
Shake it, baby, shake it.
So we want to get all the debris that was on the bottom.
Well, it's the salt and
The
everything.
mixins, the fixins that was on the bottom.
Salt
We want to get
and
this all dissolved. So
sugar.
give it a little shake so that you can see it all getting
Mixed.
And we're going to leave them upside down after we've shaken them.
They seem to seal better.
Yeah.
And not sure why, but...
And then you just wait for 3 months and you'll have amazing pickles all year long.
Crunchy, spicy goodness.
We're going to do a few without Thai chilies just for the friends of ours. They don't like it hot, but we really like them hot.
They're the wussy pickles.
This is important. If you look, there's a little dot here on these jars, and these are ones that have gone down. These are sealed.
That one has not.
It shouldn't make a noise when you touch it. It should just be like a thud.
So these have not sealed. 1,
2, 3. These haven't sealed yet. We're just waiting for them to suck down. Usually as they cool, they will pull down. If they don't, you can't just put them on the shelf. You have to fix that problem, and we'll talk about that in the next video if one of these refuses to seal.
Reprocessing.
So we had a couple jars that didn't seal, and the reason can be a couple of things. Either your brine's not hot enough, or something interfered with the seal of the ring. So you could have a faulty lid, or something could have been pooching out too high, or even on the lip of your jar. Whatever it is, empty out the liquid contents of the pickles and just microwave it for 2 minutes so you don't ruin the proportion of salt to sugar. And just pour it back on, put it back upside down, and it should seal for you. If it doesn't, you need a new lid. So that's basically it. We do that once a year, and then we enjoy delicious pickles for an entire year for friends and family. Oh, I see it there. We ended up with 33 jars from 33 pounds of cucumbers. It's pretty much 1 pound per jar. And we did a couple of really big jars just that will make wonderful gifts for friends this coming year. And hopefully we demystified it for you because it's really not that hard and it's a lot of fun.
So go make some pickles. They're yummy.
See you later.